An announcement from the great and powerful Oz.
I thought it over, and green is dead. Till I changed my mind, the color's red.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, Red Angel, and I have on the line with me another talented independent artist who is doing his thing here in the ATL, and of course, as always, we are bringing him to you so that the world will know who he is. I will probably say the first part of the name wrong, so I'm just going to say I have Preach on the line, so you can go ahead and give them the official name.
All right. Well, the official name is Boobah Preach. That name was actually a nickname given to me, really a childhood, Boobah. The Preach became a tag-along a little bit later. As you'll hear in some of the material, I never really got a lot of, that's hot or that's cold behind the lyrics. People would just say they heard something from it, and they would say I was preaching almost. So it ended up just being a tag, so I kept it as Boobah Preach.
Well, hey, that works. I know that when I hear Boobah, I always think of the little, you can tell I have kids, the little PBS, show where it's called Boobah, and they go, Boobah.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
I've seen those things, man. At first, I'm like, man, that's going to kill me. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's going to kill my image a little bit. I can't be tough. And the first thing they see about Boobah is like a Teletubby. You know what I mean? I'm like, God. But in Hebrew, like a lot of my family is Hebrew Israelite. So over there,
right.
Boobah is just like a nickname for baby boy or a baby, So since I was like the youngest out of my cousins at the time, they were just, they was calling me Boobah. I didn't know about the Teletubby joint until like right when I started, doing the MySpace, Facebook thing, and my very first Facebook page fan was the actual character. And I was like, Boobah. I'm like, what's this, a joke? You know what I mean? But, they actually kind of cool with me now. So I kick it with them. They cool.
Yeah. It takes you a minute. I know kids got to warm up to them. But people are loving you. They're loving your music. How long have you been doing this? How long have you really been into, hip-hop and music?
Oh, man. I would say, from the start, from the jump, I've been in hip-hop as a shorty. I writing, trying to freestyle my guys in, 5th grade, 4th grade. But when it come down to, actually taking this serious and chasing it as a profession, I would say since 2007, really, I've been going, more so as a career path, about 2007.
Okay.
But hip-hop,
wow.
since the beginning, but it took me to fall in love with jazz in high school, jazz music, before I really started chasing hip-hop for the second time around. It made me appreciate it a little more.
Right. Well, at least, you're willing to say that. Some people won't even put it out there. You know what I mean? That, you got to, sometimes you step back and then, certain things happen and then you get back into it and you definitely appreciate it. And I think when that happens, your heart is into it a lot more. And doors start to unfold.
Right. I definitely agree. But now, putting it out there, you can't do nothing but be real. We only here so long, so ain't enough time to be on something fake. So might as well just tell the truth about it.
There you go. You said it absolutely correct. Now, right now, who would you say inspires you at the moment? Like when you hear their music, you're like, man, they're talking to me, or, I'm really feeling them right now.
I can't say they're really talking to me no more. Like I can say I still listen to every Outkast CD there is. Whether I made a bootleg copy of it or I bought the original or I just put a couple mixtapes together of them. That era, I feel, was the last era that used to talk to me. Scarface, when Talib, he's still doing this thing. I still listen to him all the time. But when I first caught Reflection Eternal with him and High Tech, Most Def, that whole era right there, when that first jumped off, that's what grabbed me, all the way from like the mid-'90s on up through the early 2000s part of the industry, of the game. That's the last time I felt like somebody was talking to me. But right now, as far as from a respect level to where, say, I respect their craft, I'm going to have to say Lupe right now. I listen to that kid, and I'm like, he's pushing me to get better. So I have to tip my hat to him. And then as far as the industry, I mean, I can say the regular standards, the Lil Wayne, the Drakes, and all of them, but, for my opinion and my ear, right now they still doing what I expect them to do, and that's, do what they do. And I congratulate them on it. I feel like they hot right now. But the person that's got me, looking at my paper like it ain't good enough yet, go harder, it's probably Lupe.
Wow. Now that's amazing. I don't think I've ever heard anyone put it, in those terms before. And I bet if he heard it, he's probably saying that's actually an honor. Or, you know what I mean? Like that's definitely giving him some a lot of respect there. And I think it's missing in the hip hop industry.
Yeah. I look at it like paint almost. Like a lot of these artists out here, to me, are very good at painting pictures. Like Jay-Z and Kanye and all them, they real good at painting pictures. But I take Andre 3000 and Lupe, and it's like I've never seen those colors in paint before.
Right.
So that's what I'm aspiring to do to people. Like make them look at the pictures if they never saw it that way before.
Hey, that's what hip hop's about, right? A good story. Gotta give him a good story. Make him, see it. Walk through it with you.
Yeah.
Really make him feel it. So definitely, I see where you're going with that one. I feel you on that one. We're going to be dropping one of your singles, but before, you introduce the single, I wanted to know if you could let everyone know where they can find you.
Right now, I'm like every other starving independent artist, so you can kind of catch me on Facebook, facebook.com/Boobah Preach, Twitter, Reverb Nation. Really would love for you to come to my website, boobahpreach.com. I got a lot of music out there for download, and, support is always, a necessity in this industry, and I'm grateful every time somebody even touch on it. So you got a chance, get on your internet. I know you got it accessible to you. Just drop by the page for a second. Just check it out.
Nice. Now, you want to give any shout-outs to anybody out there?
I want to give a shout-out to just Chicago, period. Chicago is where I'm from. That's what made me. But I got to thank God for Atlanta because I ran miles in Atlanta, and I'm talking about if it weren't for God, Atlanta was like a gift. To me. I got to give a shout out just to this city in general. The amount of love that they showed me is crazy. It's ridiculous. Kim Patterson, who actually put me on with you, I'm thankful for that every day. I probably get on her nerves telling her thank you all the time. My cousin Shell brought me in. We didn't even have really like a relationship like that. He heard my music a couple years ago in Chicago and was like, man, you can come down to the A, stay with me, I'll help you out. Just chase your dream, man. So to make a long story short, there's a lot of other people, but I'm gonna just have to sum it up as Atlanta because I wouldn't be on this radio show with you right now if it weren't for Atlanta.
Oh, well, good. Well, you know what? We definitely appreciate you. We appreciate you being here with us, and we appreciate you letting us drop this single first, of course.
Oh, yeah. Now,
If you want to go ahead and introduce this single that's coming up next.
Well, the one that's coming up is called Finally I Made It. It's a true story. Check it out. See if you can feel it. Try to make it as real as possible. You can't see, you can still feel it. But check it out. It's called I Made It by Boobah Preach.
All right, everybody, don't you go anywhere. We got that single coming up for you next.
I'm not ready for this life to say goodbye, 'cause I never really had a chance to fly. So I think that's why I always close my eyes. And I wrap my thoughts around this ladder in my mind. And climb, I climb so high. I climb so high. I hope that none of you will really mind. I'm trying to open up and show you what's inside.
Up this ladder as I go. You have to understand that up a ladder's how I flow. Now that I am high without the virus. A plane without its pilot, just fly. Yeah, all I see is half of the luggage that I fly with. Bags full of secrets that I'll hold until I die. Yeah, cause they're next to some tears that never made it past my eyelids from pictures of the people that I died with. Fuck that I survived this. Who was there to ride with? Who was there to divvy up the slices? Devil's pie shit. All I see is shadows of excuses and differences. And how much further should I climb? Is it different the higher that I go? I hope I got enough dimes to buy some time. Cause who would have ever thought that trying to find yourself's a grind? And bullshit is everywhere, it's even in my mind. It keeps me from really seeing me, it's like I'm blind. But I'm
not ready for this life to say goodbye. Cause I've never really had a chance to fly. So I think that's why I always close my eyes. And I wrap my thoughts around this ladder in my mind. And climb, I climb so high. I climb so high. I hope that none of you will really mind. I'm trying to open up and show you what's inside.
I've been climbing for a minute now. Dreams costing time is money. Thankful I could spend it now with you though. So you know I made it to a place similar to space, like looms from the stars. Peaceful and serene, I'm thinking heaven has a Mars. Basically I'm far as the dealer of the car. This is where I learned if you hustle hard, but you can't hustle God. He's the odd and even why you hustle from the start. It seems like the brain is only weak as the heart. And yeah, I'm strong as hell. I tried this climb before, you know how many times I failed. My heart was in my throat, I'd rather die before I yell for help from someone that isn't there. And we're here cause I made it back from there. In my mind as I climb, looking for success or the portion that's been blessed. All I do is get high like step, preach, step.
I'm not ready for this life to say goodbye. Cause I've never really had a chance to fly. So I think that's why I always close my eyes. And I wrap my thoughts around this ladder in my mind. And climb, I climb so high. I climb so high. I hope that none of you will really mind. I'm trying to open up and show you what's inside.
Boobah Preach. Yeah. I think that's enough for him, shawty. Let's bring the hook back for me. Yeah.
I'm not ready for this life to say goodbye. Cause I've never really had a chance to fly. So I think that's why I always close my eyes. And I wrap my thoughts around this ladder in my mind. And climb, I climb so high. I climb so high. I hope that none of you will really mind. I'm trying to open up and show you what's inside.